Okay, cool.
Winging it as usual.
And I just begin saying whatever you say.
You do.
Because I don't know what to say. Hello.
It makes me feel like my words are important when you feel they're worthy of repeating.
They are important to me. Hello, everyone. My name is Whitney.
I'm Amy.
And we are
On the Haunt,
a paranormal comedy podcast.
There, we did that.
We did.
I was going to say a melancholy, but that's not right.
Just,
we are just melancholy.
That's true. I was having a melancholy kind of morning as I picked up Amy, and then we just complained about the state of the world the whole way here. And I get out, and I'm like, I feel really angry now.
Yes.
Let's go do a podcast. Just yell at each other and the people.
That's great.
Oh, the world we live in.
It really is something else. How's it going?
Let's see. How's it going?
It's good.
I feel like I just saw you.
I know, right? We actually saw each other through the week.
I know, like
Crazy.
Not doing a podcast. Did you just say crazy?
Probably.
It was crazy.
Wascally wabbit.
What's happening to God. Amy and I went and saw an adult film together. Basically.
It was just us two and one random man in the theater.
Have you seen the movie X yet? We love horror films, all horror films, slasher films, ghost films, like alien film. What else? That's all I can think of.
All of them.
And
anything with like a serial killer or
scary,
a murderer or anything
where we're going to be
paranormal.
peeking through our hands and
down.
sliding down into our chairs.
Yeah.
So we went and saw that together. Amy's like, we should see this. I had no idea what it was about. I went into it
Clearly,
blind.
I didn't either. Well, I knew the premise was that they were filming, like making an adult film.
Sure, yeah.
But I didn't realize they were going to show
them making an adult
film. I just thought that was going to be like
grown-ups. It's fine. But then there's just some strange man who we don't know.
We were the only three people in the whole theater, and he was in the same row as us. It was very strange.
Very uncomfortable.
What is happening?
I don't know. We just heard the door knob turn. Maybe it was Asher.
So if you saw our video last week, we were with Pearl.
Yes.
In the prayer closet.
Pearl, there's now a skeleton in here. Yeah. It's Pearl from
We don't
movie
actually
X.
know what's happening in the world right now because we're trying to be really professional and record way ahead. So we're recording 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, so what day is it? We don't know. Anyway, go see X if it's still even out in theaters.
It might be just go straight
Don't take your children
Netflix.
or even teenagers. Obviously don't take your children. Don't go with your teenagers.
Don't go with anyone that you're going to be uncomfortable with, like, very explicit sex scenes.
Yes.
And kid cutty
genitals.
That
we think.
Maybe.
Or, I don't even know.
A stunt double.
A prosthetic. Anyway,
it was an actual person. That was his stunt double.
Just his private parts. Oh my Lord.
Weird.
Anywho,
whatever. It didn't stop us from eating all of our popcorn.
No, literally got to the bottom. I ate so many Reese's eggs.
Oh, I forgot. I set those out of my counter.
Please don't give them back.
Into my purse.
Give them to your children.
I had to go to Carter's first golf meet last night. We had 50-mile-per-hour winds.
It was very cold.
It was terrible.
Oh my goodness.
So my hair today, I took a stocking cap and wore it. So I've got like
stocking cap
hat hair, but then also the hair that was sticking out of the cap was literally being knotted by the wind. Yes. Is that why it's called knots? The wind?
Oh.
40 knots?
No. Nope.
That's not how many knots.
At first I was like, wow, that's smart, Amy. And then I was just like, no. Nope. Not at all.
Well,
maybe knots
don't know.
Maybe the hair knots came after that, you know?
Listen, the Amy and me was to just like claim it's a fact and move on.
Just do it, Amy.
That's what I do.
Well, Amy, we've had some people reach out lately, and some of these people reached out a couple months ago, and we just, this is our like third job. Yes. So we're really sorry.
And I don't even know how to check these things. I apologize.
Although I showed her.
She keeps showing me how to switch accounts, and I just don't
So if you talk to me on our socials or on the Haunt, it's just me.
Yeah. And
if you'd like me to relay a message
with me,
I do.
Eventually.
If you'd like me to relay a message to Amy, just let me know. I'm like basically her personal assistant at this point. It's true. So Julie, Christina, Donna, and Caitlin, thank you so much for reaching out, sending us emails or messages. We really appreciate it.
We truly appreciate it.
It just like makes our hearts so happy. We're like, People are listening.
You think we're funny.
Well, maybe they didn't say that.
Well, somebody did. One of them said I laugh.
Yeah.
Well, are they laughing at us or with us?
Well,
it doesn't
either
matter
way,
at this
we'll
point.
take it.
Thank you for reaching out.
So if you're okay with it or want to, feel free to shoot us your address and we'll send you a little surprise in the mail.
Yeah.
I mean, if you
show
aren't afraid that we'll
appreciation.
come to your
Just
house, because
show
we
up.
won't.
We're way too lazy.
That's
we barely
absolute-
have time to record this podcast.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely your call.
Yeah, so Julie, Christina, Donna, Caitlin, if any of you want to shoot us your address, we'll send you a little something.
Yep. Or any of the other folks who have already sent us emails.
Yeah, you know
in the
who you
past.
are.
Yeah. Just send us your address. Yeah.
Nothing.
We'll add you.
Nothing. ID here. You're not gonna show up on Dateline. We promise. Or will you? That was my Keith Morrison voice, by the way.
Oh my God. Wow.
Okay.
This is a mess.
We should probably just jump in at this point.
Yeah, this is going to be a real epic episode.
All right. So
I'm afraid.
Here we go. Give the people what they want.
That's
It's probably
right.
not what they want, but it's what they're getting.
Oh my gosh, have you been watching the Hillsong documentary on it's on on Discovery Plus? Do you have Discovery
I
Plus?
have Discovery Plus. Huh.
You know Hillsong, the mega church?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wasn't that like where Justin Bieber's?
Yes. Start watching it.
I'm such a child.
No, that's like a huge thing about it
Okay.
is because of Justin Bieber. It's fascinating. So
Okay.
highly
I'll have to
recommend. I mean,
check
I've
it
only
out.
watched one episode, but it's very interesting. So
Okay.
I don't know. I just saw something that I had Googled last night while watching it pop up on my
Sounds
phone.
good. All right. So last week I covered psychics, and I told you this week I went ahead and gave you a sneak peek. I then told you I'd be covering spirit guides.
Oh, yeah.
So that is what I'm going to be.
And one of
talking
my
about today.
Tyler Henry books just came in the mail
Oh,
of the
beautiful.
2 that I ordered, like a total loser. And I added myself to his wait list. Did I tell you that?
Yes.
I should add you. Like without your permission.
And then I'm like the surprise person on there. Like,
Oh my God, my eyes just like lit up. I'm like, oh my God.
I would kill you if I, like, no. Because I would just show up in ratty sweatpants.
You know those people have to know they're going to be filmed.
Or you have to, like, give me a heads up and tell me you're, like, taking me out for a romantic dinner or something so I, like, dress up.
Taking you out to an adult film. Put on your best outfit. Well, based on the locale of people on there, like one person's like at someone's Malibu beach house,
Yeah.
you know, and you're like,
Well, some of them aren't surprised, but, like, that lady that was on the park bench or whatever, like, she was clearly
yeah.
surprised.
oh yeah. And then she got proposed to. Spoiler! Anywho.
Here we go. So my source is mindbodygreen.com.
What?
And this is an article written by, is it Tanya or Tanya? I don't know. It also has an A.
Tanya.
Tanya Carol Richardson.
Wait, what? Is that her middle name? Carol?
Carol, I guess. Or her maiden name.
Got it.
2 R's, 2 L's.
That's the last name.
All right. So it says, share on. No matter who you are. This is a straight copy and paste job.
What is
Obviously.
what is like share on?
I don't know. She said
Like-
share on.
Oh, share on.
Like share away, share. No matter who you are, where you come from, or what your life looks like, you have spirit guides sending you helpful messages.
What?
Here's how to identify your. Why are you looking at that?
Nothing. It's
Your
fine.
unique guides.
Sorry, I looked at the computer. We are recording.
Okay. Open yourself up to their wisdom and communicate with the different types of guides at any time. So, what are the different types of spirit guides?
Okay.
I will eventually be going to Reddit, so we all
course.
love going to Reddit, right?
Oh, people's personal spirit guide
So,
experiences.
first of all, there are. Oh, she refers to your spiritual guidance squad. No, quit saying squad.
No, that's
This was written in 2021, so I'll forgive her.
last year. 4 months ago.
Okay, the first is Is it archangels? Okay, or arch.
Arcing.
Archangels.
There's an angle. Is that from?
That's from MFM.
Okay.
Baby angle.
Okay,
I'm like, are these like angels that just hang out at the St. Louis Arch? I don't know.
we love the arch. I'm raising the roof.
Whatever. I've been to the top of the arch a couple times, and I was petrified the whole time because when it's windy, the thing moves.
It's not, that ain't right.
No,
That ain't
not
right. Well, I mean,
architecturally
but
sound.
we are not architects. So.
no. Allegedly, it's not safe.
I'm sure it's safe. It's been there for I don't know how many years.
I don't know, but those elevators that take you up are no.
No. We are Missourians. We don't know when the arch was built.
Jamie has never been to the arch.
Well, is he a Missourian? No,
No.
And neither are you originally.
Neither was I. The only times I've been to the arch, I lived in Illinois. Well, no, that's not true. We've been on field trips since I've started.
Anyway,
okay.
Have you been to the arch?
Archangels.
It's not that cool.
No, it's really
Archangels. Not archangels.
No.
I almost made a McDonald's joke. The golden arches.
McDonald's French fries, though.
Stop, Whitney.
All right, so archangels are leaders in the angel world. Says who?
God? I don't know.
And have a powerful...
Maybe.
I guess he is kind of in charge.
He's in charge of that world.
He's the supervisor.
Everyone come in for your performance evaluation.
Yes.
The worst arch.
You're being demoted to an archangel. You can now only go to the arch forever.
How sad. You're just in that kind of lame
kind of
museum
like-
underneath the arch.
They've actually redone that, and it's pretty cool. It's
Amy's
a lot more.
pointing her finger.
Well, it did used to be kind
Hey,
of lame.
shut up about that museum. It's cool.
Well, it
no,
is
I
cool
believe.
now. It's a lot more interactive.
Well, hey, I love a museum. You know,
I know. I was actually going to go to the St. Louis Art Museum this week.
I've never
when
been.
I saw it. I was gonna
Again,
go
we're
alone.
the lamest.
I haven't
Missourians.
been since I was probably 10.
We should totally go.
Yeah.
We
I
love
love art museums. I really do.
Yeah, I mean, I
could
get
spend
art.
all day in them. I'm just always intrigued by like, not even so much. I mean, the art is cool, but then they always have like artifacts. That are like, I'm like, how is this 15,000-year-old plate still here?
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
that would be broken in my house on day one. How did this survive?
Right. We went to the St. Louis Science Center yesterday, and they have real Tyrannosaurus Rex bones there and a skull.
Crazy.
I know. I was like, what?
Yeah. So old.
Archaeology and paleontology.
Yeah.
Wow.
Shout out.
Shout
We know there's so many paleontologists listening right now because we are a science-based podcast.
I always thought that like that would be a cool line of work to be like an archaeologist.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, it's hot usually
Yeah.
where they're digging
And
things.
I can't imagine there's a huge job market. Like, it's probably real competitive.
You have to be in a desert. Although they get a lot of dinosaur bones in like Montana.
Yeah. Missouri.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there
Didn't
was
they recently
one.
just, like, discover a new species, right?
Go Missouri. Go
Anyways,
on.
no
Go
one
off
cares.
Missouri.
No one cares.
I just said go off Missouri. We're like
We really do badmouth it a lot, but Missouri has a lot to offer. It's the show me state, right?
Our
So,
political people though have nothing to offer.
We didn't vote for them.
No.
We just clearly weren't in the majority.
God. Go off Missouri. Okay.
All right, so if you're an empath, I just have to jump.
Are
back
you
in,
an
or else we
empath?
never
I
get
don't
back
feel like
in.
I'm an empath.
No, my daughter's a huge empath,
Yeah.
though, to the point like we've had to leave places for it because she can just soak up the energy and she'll just start crying. Shout out, Keaton. I know you're not listening.
God, Keaton.
So if you're an empath or are sensitive to energy, when you call on an archangel, you might feel an energy shift in the room. Each archangel has a specialty, like Archangel Raphael's specialty of healing.
Ooh.
And can work with countless humans at once.
Nice. Well, that's,
All right,
that's,
Raphael.
that's beneficial
Get it.
because there's a lot of us.
Then there are guardian angels. I love the idea of guardian angels. Guardian angels are yours exclusively. And we each have more than one.
How many angels are there? Gosh.
At some point, back off. Like,
How many?
I just need to poop
I
in
feel-
privacy, please.
I feel really
All these wings are just like slapping in my face.
like Pearl, the
Yes.
skeleton, just smacked me in the face with her hand a minute ago.
I actually thought she like gouged your eye. I was a little concerned.
Well, her fingers are very pointy.
They really are.
That one's real.
We should have known better.
Dang it, Pearl.
That one's like, Pearl the perv. So,
Chris's skeleton.
yes. Guardian angels have devoted their lives to helping just you. Well, that
They don't have
doesn't
a,
seem
and they don't have a.
no.
They are.
They voted their ethereal beings to, and that's not really cool. Can you imagine, like, your only task in the afterlife
my
is to
God.
look after me. Oh,
They're like, when
constantly
Amy gets behind the wheel,
Yes,
they like have a panic
hey,
attack.
I drove us to the movie and Target and Deerberg's
Yes.
and Beauty Brands and Home Goods
we
and
didn't-
Kirkland's. And we didn't die.
There were moments.
I love how I had to make an entire list of the places we went.
And now I will drive
Now
for
you
the
know
next
where we
6
shop.
months, and then I'll let Amy drive again once. I had to take an
Hey, and it was raining.
Imodium ahead of time so I didn't poop my pants.
did a
in
good
fear.
job.
I'm teasing you. You did great.
We were
did
sliding
good.
around on all the Armor All in my car. It's really bad. So anyway, since they're devoted just to you, you can call on them anytime for immediate assistance. So Whitney's like, Amy's driving. Guardian Angel, get
in here. Get in the back seat.
My mom bought like these little visor clips.
My
like,
granny
with the-
has them too.
And she like throws a fit if she
Same.
looks in one of my kids' cars.
And it's not there?
And it's not in there. So it's just like,
Ooh, I forget who that angel
it's
is.
Like it's made out of pewter. It's not like it's just
Mine has glitter on it.
it's just a
Is it?
trinket.
Is it, Amy?
I don't know, but she needs to calm down. They all have them now for fear of her wrath, which I'm sure would be if someone ever, like Carter has one of his friends in his truck and they question it, I'm sure he'll be like, well, this isn't going. I'm not doing this anymore.
Oh, well, hopefully not.
Okay. So call on them anytime for immediate assistance. They love you unconditionally and forever.
Oh,
What if their whole purpose is to be your guardian angel, though? What happens after you die?
well, they never lived. You know, like angels were never people.
Well, I know, but if that's their
So,
only job,
Maybe
it
they
says
just
they're yours
they may just
exclusively.
like go away. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
that's terrible.
Well, they're not humans. Like you're putting human emotions on it. You know
I
what I
know,
mean?
but they just like poof, gone.
Well, maybe that's their end game. You know?
Could be.
I mean, a lot of people.
or maybe they
believe-
just hang out with you then in the afterlife.
What if you hate your
Like
guardian
this-
angel?
Oh, well.
What if it's like Robert De Niro? I don't know.
What did Robert De Niro ever do?
He's just so damn intense. I'm like, dude, chill, okay? Can you take a second?
I thought you were going to say Robert. What's the guy that like shot his wife?
Durst?
Yeah,
Yeah,
right?
that's a good. I don't know why Robert De Niro came to my mind. I'm sorry, Robert De Niro. You are a great actor, and moving
I don't
on.
know. Is he problematic? He might be problematic.
I don't know.
I can't keep up anymore. He probably has done something bad. So, anyways, allegedly.
I should have said Bill Cosby. That's like more obviously terrible.
So, anyways, just remember that angels are non-denominational and work with people of all faiths and spiritual beliefs. Good. Everyone in the world should work with people
Of all
faiths and
denominations.
spiritual beliefs.
Yes.
Then you have spirit animals, which might be.
Are they only dogs and cats though?
It says it might be a pet you once had who
Okay.
passed away and is now part of your spiritual guidance squad. Stop trying to make squad happen.
Yeah, that's embarrassing.
Spirit animals can also be any animal that has something to teach you, like the peacock teaching you the importance
Excuse me,
of
what?
beauty or confidently owning your gifts.
What? So there's just a peacock?
When I think of peacock, I just think of the ones at the zoo that like chase you around making that terrifying noise.
I have never had a peacock.
You've never had a peacock chase you at the
No.
St. Louis Zoo?
No.
Weird.
You just
Oh
looked at
God!
me.
Is there something wrong with me that peacocks
Probably.
just hate me?
Well, maybe it's whatever your spirit animal is. It's something that doesn't get along with a peacock.
Okay, maybe.
You know, like a snake. Or I
Not
don't
a
know.
song. Let me see your peacock. What your peacock?
What are you singing?
I
Is that a
don't know.
song?
I
I don't think that's a song. Is it?
don't know. Probably not.
Maybe it is. I don't know. What do I know?
So, or it could be a wolf showing you the importance of getting your survival needs met. Survival needs.
What?
Food, water,
What would ours
shelter.
be? Mine would be like, cheetah, get off your ass. Get off your ass. Go do something.
Mine is a sloth. It's like, you just do you, girl. I'm cool with it. Did you
There's an
see that
enabling.
video of those people ziplining and there was a sloth
No.
on the zip line?
Just hanging.
Like, pull the brakes and then just like, just dangle there until the sloth like made its way.
How high up is that? Sloths are just that high up?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, they climb trees.
I know.
I mean, it takes them forever.
And like their fingers and nail claws are like intense.
They are cute though.
Reason why 5,000 I will never ride a zip line.
I have no desire.
I would have just murdered that sloth. Wouldn't have
You've been covered in sloth guts.
fur. God. You get to the bottom and you're all...
You probably get arrested for it too. It'd be like...
You're in prison in the Dominican because you murdered us. I don't even know if sloths live there.
I don't know where this was.
But you'd be haunted by your sloth spirit guide forever.
Yes, exactly.
That's sad. It just slowly comes to strangle you.
Such an agonizing death.
You're paralyzed in bed. It's like sleep paralysis and the sloth.
It takes 14 hours for you to die.
It's like reminding me of Annabelle trying to strangle you with her Raggedy Ann arms.
Her little...
You're made of cotton.
Yes.
You have no, like, density.
No, you can't. This isn't how physics work. And I don't even know anything about physics, but that's not.
Physics. You know, it's so funny.
I once burned the chemistry lab down in high school.
Of course you did.
I was not allowed to use a Bunsen burner the rest of the year.
You know what's so funny? As I'm saying all this, it reminds me, our I almost said fan. That's just so freaking embarrassing.
We don't have
stupid.
fans. Get over
Our
ourselves.
listener and friend Anna commented on her Instagram story that she was Googling, what do moths eat after last week? I still don't know.
No, I don't either.
Anna, what do they eat? Just clothes? Please tell us. Okay, thanks.
Do they eat sheep? I spit all over my iPad.
I'm not copying it like last week.
All right. So spirit animals could show up for the first time in a dream, in your backyard, or on your coworker's coffee mug.
What?
I don't know.
Wait, your spirit what?
Spirit animal. So maybe they're just saying, like, if somebody has a coffee mug with a giraffe on
It's
it,
like
you should take
just-
that as a sign. That's your spirit animal. You have a really
now I'm
long
just-
neck.
I don't really want a spirit animal, though, you know? I'm not an animal person.
I'm an animal person, but the animals in my house listen to nothing I say, so I imagine my spirit animal would be the same. No.
Wouldn't a guardian angel be able to do more for you?
I would think.
Sloths are really restricted in their
Yes.
abilities.
Truth.
Amy's sloth.
All right, so next we have ascended masters. I don't know.
No idea what that means. You okay?
Yes, I ate pizza for breakfast. It was a huge
You
mistake.
just let out your burps if you have them.
Well, you might smell something. Sorry.
It's
That's the worst. Pizza burps are the worst. Sorry.
Pizza for breakfast, though, was it cold?
No, I like it. I like
heat
it
it
better
up?
in the microwave.
Yeah.
Like better than fresh from the pizzeria.
Interesting.
I do.
I mean, I'll eat it cold or in the
I just like the way
microwave
the
or-
cheese melts when you microwave it.
Yeah,
don't
I
know
get
how to
that.
explain
It
it.
kinda
And
like
I don't wait for it to cool down. So the roof of my mouth will now slowly fall off over the course of the
Great.
next week, you know.
Oh, Lord.
So ascended masters like Buddha or Mother Mary were once human, living journeys of deep spiritual growth and influence. Now they have a special place as leaders in the spirit world and as guides, teachers to humans like you.
Well, hopefully Mother Mary's coming to my granny.
Your granny deserves that.
Who is praying to her constantly.
Well, good for her.
Yes.
No. I love you, Maggie. I know you don't
She's-
listen. She would, can you imagine? She would never stop praying if she listened to one episode of this. She would just be praying for our souls.
Oh my God.
For the rest of her life.
If Granny figured out how to listen to a podcast, I would be so afraid.
My grandma figured it out since
Eloise is listening?
Well, I mean, she always would ask me and I would show her. But then when you started linking our Facebook page, she's like, okay, I can do this now.
Well, I don't do that.
So
Facebook
I don't
does
know.
that for me.
Well, whatever.
But
you set it up, though, so it would work.
Yeah, I did.
Whitney's our tech specialist.
Yes.
She's our IT person. She's...
Our text special.
I told Brecken he's got to get a haircut this week, and Jamie's like, you look like you work for IT.
What does that
supposed to mean?
How insulting.
Yes.
I feel like IT people are usually kind of clean cut and nerdy, you know? I'm making
Clean cut. I don't know
No?
about that. But...
Well, I'm making sweeping generalizations.
You really are.
Also,
As am I.
IT that
Okay.
from my work, who we outsource.
I mean, some are.
Yeah. Anyway,
Anywho, sorry. We love you, IT. Well,
like
we couldn't
Kenny,
live without you.
Kyle's friend Kenny, and my friend Kenny. I should say that. Kyle's friend Kenny. He's in IT, and he's
Okay.
super well. He may have a beard now. Anyway, doesn't matter.
Well, Brecken has a beard as well. I'm like,
really?
Would you please shave? It's like a full beard. I'm like,
how do they clean that?
I don't know.
You know?
He gets like this like
soap
stuff in the mail sent to him, like all for like, I don't know.
It's like Ipsy, but for
yes,
your
it really
beard.
is. It's like,
do they comb that thing? Because I just
I don't know. He needs to like trim it though.
Kyle is constantly getting crap in his stubble as he's eating. I'm like, you have cheese in your beard. He's like, I don't care.
Carter had like a little skank stash, so I teased him enough. He shaved that.
Yeah, that's just
stop,
gross,
Carter.
man.
That's not all right.
He's a blondie.
He's like, no, it's going to be a beard. I'm like, no, Bubby, it's not.
No.
You have way too many freckles to be able to go. Like, it's just
not for him.
Fact.
Can Jamie grow a beard?
No,
just light skin, light haired
people. He can. It just is so blonde and like fine. Ew,
why is that?
I don't know what other
it's just
word
like hanging. It's like hair head on your
It's
chin.
very wispy. I guess. It's like Pearl's hair.
So gross. That is the grossest thing. Oh my God,
Okay,
Pearl would
sorry.
just brush her hair and it was like crinkle, like a bag of chips being
So dry. Pearl really needs some coconut oil.
biolage. God.
Something. And then she had those really old face
Cosmetics
creams from like the
yes.
1920s. It was funny.
Pearl, you're not a ballerina anymore. Get over yourself.
Okay.
You may not understand these jokes. Go watch X alone or with someone you
Yes.
trusted individual.
Yeah, you're going to need someone to like talk you through it when you're done. Like explain to you what you just saw. We only had each other, so you can only imagine how that went. So much Googling.
What does the end of X mean?
Well, then we're like, who is that? Who may we recognize? And then it was the guy from Virgin River. But it's so funny because on Virgin River, he seems like
Not Matthew
dainty.
McConaughey.
Like he doesn't look very tall, and he's definitely
Well,
not
he doesn't
ripped
look
like
tall in
that.
X, but he is very
He looks
ripped.
super ripped, though.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
I don't know.
Dainty, what every man wants to be described
And it's funny
as.
because Virgin River, it's a really good show. I enjoy it, but it seems like something that would be on like, I don't know, Lifetime. Maybe that is where it's from. I don't know. I have only watched. I think it's a Netflix original. But it's like, so then to see him in a role like that is really weird.
Yep. Anyways.
All right. So back to spirit guides. They may also be departed loved ones.
What a transition.
My dad is just like, gah.
See, that kind of,
She
I don't
hasn't
want.
gotten any wiser.
I know. And like, are they always with you? Please give me some alone time. Don't watch me watching X.
Yeah. That's embarrassing. Oh, great. The coughing is starting. Loved ones or family members who've passed on may choose to be one of. Okay, so they're not forced, at least. Like, listen, Kevin.
Well, our loved ones are like, no thanks.
That was the one benefit of dying. I don't
away
have to
from
watch her continually be an idiot. That's not true. My dad was really proud of me. So all the more reason for him to not be
That's
my
what he
spirit
said
guide.
anyway. He got out of here and he's like, whoa, it's over. I'm kidding.
Listen.
He loved you. So.
He did.
Oh, Brew, what a man. What a mighty good man. Okay.
Okay, now it's getting weird.
It's been weird.
All right. So they actively support you from heaven by helping you in very practical ways, like sending career opportunities or nurturing relationships your way.
How does that? Okay.
Hey, we've both, like, done different things in their careers and
I know, it's
losing
just-
loved ones.
It's just interesting. Like, how do they do that? Do they have like a deck of cards? They choose one? This will be good for her.
It says one of your grandmothers could be an important spirit guide for you, whether you knew her well in life or not.
Oh.
In fact, any human who has passed on might become a spirit guide to you. What? If you're,
Okay, let's choose who we want.
If you're a dancer, you could have a spirit guide on your team who was once a dancer and performer too, and now wants to help guide and inspire you as an artist.
I'm going to shut this window a
So
tiny
what
bit.
would we have if it was someone who had a similar interest?
I have someone who was once an HR professional.
I have someone who had never left their house. They were agoraphobic. Right? Did I say that right?
Maybe we have, like, who's a famous ghost hunter? There aren't any.
Lorraine and Ed. No, they would be like, no, take us out of the pool for this.
They might like us.
They might.
I don't know. Did Ed have a sense of humor? I don't know.
Lorraine,
I don't know.
She's
so
chill.
cute.
She was,
Just
we
wanna
liked
hug
her
her.
with her hair bows.
And her frills.
I feel like that's how we
ribbons.
would know she was our spirit guide, though. You just find hair bows everywhere.
And just ribbons. I feel like
Yes.
just ribbons and ruffles.
yes.
And she would smell like baby powder.
For sure.
Right?
Yeah.
And roses, like both. Or
Rose oil.
rose oil baby powder.
Yeah. She smells like a funeral home. Basically. That's kind of what funeral homes smell like. Roses and baby powder.
What? It's like, can you pump something through the air?
Yes. But if they can do it on airplanes and casinos, surely to God you can get this technology.
But you don't want to be at a funeral and it's like, pina colada. It's kind of awkward, too.
You go to a fall funeral and it's pumpkin spice everything.
Christmas comes around. It's like, pine.
Holly.
Cotton. No, cotton. I meant to say candy cane. Anyway. God.
Yeah. Clearly, we're not in charge of any of that.
The funeral home industry, what a racket.
It is. All right, then there's helper angels. There are the freelance angels, so to speak, who are just looking for humans to help with specific situations, like finding new friends or finding a new office space.
What?
I don't know.
Please don't rely on your guardian angels for a office space.
So how do they communicate with us?
Okay,
our
I'd
spirit
love
guides?
to know.
They will often enter your life by sending you signs, also called synchronicities. Took me a minute. I had to phonetically sound that out. Which is a meaningful coincidence. An example would be realizing you need to improve your romantic relationship after having a fight with your partner before
That's
bedtime.
called a lot. That's like called
Yeah.
cause and effect. Like a,
And out of the blue, though, the next day you notice a book about communication and romantic relationships sitting on a coworker's desk.
oh, well, that would be
Yeah,
a meaningful coincidence.
I guess. Or maybe it's like it's normal to have problems in your relationship. See?
Right.
Gary and I are both on the same
Why is
plane
someone at
here.
work bringing that to their
Just leaving it on your desk.
I know. This is why I'm slacking off at work, everyone, because I'm having issues.
Back off. This is just, it's like a free
It
pass.
just says men are from Mars, women are from Venus. Okay.
Spirit guides could also communicate to you through numbers or number sequences, or you might have a lucky number. And when you go for a job interview, your lucky number is in the company's address. Well, I'm a firm believer if you look for numbers.
Yeah,
Wasn't
you're
that a
fine.
movie once? Remember that movie? What was
Was
it?
it called Numbers? That's
Probably. But like there was like this guy just kept seeing the numbers everywhere, and so he took it as a
That's also a theme in Lost, the television show.
Yes.
I don't know.
Spirit guides could talk to you by sending musical messages, like a song that always inspires you playing on the radio when you get in the car after a rough day. These are just coincidences.
But they're meaningful, Amy.
Spirit guides might send you a dream that gives you an idea about how to handle a situation, or a guide could even appear to you in a dream.
I never have. You know, I had a dream last night about a crocodile.
Oh, good. Gee, I wonder why.
I know, from X, the movie. And Pete Davidson was also in my dream. So we're in this house and the crocodile's coming, okay? And for some reason I like get outside the window, crawl up or down, I can't remember which, to another window to get back in the house. But I'm like, the crocodile's coming, everyone! And it was like gonna climb down the the outside of the wall and come in the window. And then someone's like, "Where's Pete?" I'm like, "I don't know." And I open a door and he's sitting on a toilet. What? I don't know. And that's all I recall. Why?
It's because Britney Spears doesn't know who Pete
Davidson
Davidson and
is,
Scott
I know.
Disick are. She's like, I don't know who these guys are, but they're pretty funny.
I'm like, Britney.
She's so wholesome. God love her.
I mean, Britney's living in the year 2005.
Cut her some slack.
How does she really... Does she not have a television, though?
Well, I mean...
She never watches Keeping Up with the Kardashians, clearly.
No, she'd be watching it. Well, didn't they...
Take away her television.
No. God. I was going to say
streaming
she'd be watching
services?
them in syndication, but didn't somebody else pick them up? Isn't there like a new...
Well, does Britney not have streaming? She doesn't have Hulu?
Probably. No, she's probably just trying to figure it out, you know?
Oh, no. God. Her... Oh,
All right.
and her rants.
10 ways to start communicating with your spirit
Yes,
guides.
please.
1, be more present in your everyday life.
I try that.
Part of getting more guidance from your spirit guides is recognizing the messages they're already sending. Many times the messages other guides send are lost on us because our lives are too busy or our minds are too busy.
Truth.
Then it has action steps, but like with meditation and whatnot, so which just makes sense. 2, stay on the lookout every day for signs from your spirit guides. The more you watch for signs from your guides, the more you'll recognize the signs they send. But something else magical happens too. As your guides sense you are more aware of them and their helpful messages, they'll send more.
What? So you're just like, I'm willing,
Well,
send me.
The action step would be remind yourself on your commute to work or while you're showering in the morning that every day your guides are sending you messages. If you're trying to make a major decision or you're going through big changes or challenges, expect the guidance coming at you to increase to help you navigate the situation.
Interesting. Well, I mean, like all this, most psychics talk about their spirit guides and communicating with them
100%.
even.
3, start a spirit guide journal.
Oh.
So get us... Oops.
Get a pad of paper.
I always hit the button.
Get paper.
Get a special journal and devote it solely to increasing communication with you and your guides. This is a sacred place where you can write your guides a letter, ask them for assistance in specific ways.
Oh, I like that.
It says to write, while your guides know you and your life well, it can be powerful to use your free will to ask for help and guidance. You can also use this journal to record any important signs that they send. 4, get to know your guides and give them names.
Oh, give them.
You might give one of your guardian angels a name you've always loved, like Emily. Or you could be thinking of your guardian angel as you read a name in a novel, like Javier or Gigi.
Where are those picking random names?
What novel are they reading?
Javier went to Gigi.
But it just says giving them a name makes them feel more real. Okay. So 5, surrender something to your guides. Whoa. When you're frustrated about a situation, confused about the next best step, or feeling that you don't have enough control, surrender an issue surrender an issue over to your guides. That was just like, take my life.
Come into me,
Yes.
Whoopi. Take me over.
Even if it's just to give yourself a little break, this can allow fresh insights to come to you, as well as let your guides have more freedom to doing their thing and help. 7, improve your intuition. Everyone has intuition, and everyone can improve their intuition with study and practice. There are actually 4 main intuitive pathways you can play with and develop. There's an intuition quiz. This has a link to it. It can help you decide which one is the strongest of you.
Intuition quiz.
Yeah. 8, develop daily, weekly, or monthly spiritual practices. That can be whatever you consider a spiritual practice. 9, simply send your guides a message in your thoughts. Can you read my brain?
I'm sending a message.
What to do if you feel disconnected, blah, blah, blah. No one cares. Let's go to Reddit, shall we?
Let's go.
Why won't it let me click on the link? Oh, open link.
It's always a magical place on Reddit. It's where I go for all of my things I need to know or help.
All right. So this was posted by Vikeen. I have no guides. Never did.
Okay.
I just want to know if anyone else doesn't have them either, like many here claim to. Edit. Please don't say something like everyone has them, you just can't see it. Not everything is absolute.
Well, what a hater.
Yeah, then we have Bulbasaur Camouflage, who said, it's an interesting topic because I prayed and meditated on a lot.
You what?
Prayed and meditated.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, he or she put slash.
Got it.
On a lot for someone to show me the way, talk to me or guide me, but never got direct communication like that or nothing that I can remember. In my dreams, I've met a lot of beings who were more than dream characters. Pete Davidson. One of them was a guy who lived where I stayed, but 100 years before me, and told me things that were later confirmed.
Well,
weird.
Whoa. That's your spirit guide, bro.
Yeah. Another time I found myself in a very dark world with spirits waiting for each other, and also met a weird little girl who definitely wasn't a little girl, but fortunately didn't really pay attention to me.
What?
I felt
They should not
dirty and very sad after that dream.
What?
Ew.
Well, they should not scare you.
No.
Or make you feel
No,
dirty.
that was not a spirit guide.
No, that was... I don't know what that was.
When I fell asleep again, I found myself in a beautiful garden with a team of monks who were waiting for me. They greeted me with pure love. They were radiating this unconditional love energy. As they hugged me, I got worried that I brought some negative energy to them from the other world. But looking back now, I think they called me to them to balance out my little adventure in that awful place.
Oh.
Okay.
And can you bring bad energy to them? You know, when they're like goodness and light?
Maybe. Yes. And then parapsychologist said, you are the guide and governor of your existence, and that is all you need.
Okay.
Parapsychologist.
What does that mean?
I don't know. Then Hub Smash said everyone has guide. It is a fact of metaphysics. Okay, this is one of those people.
Love metaphysics.
It's impossible not to have guides. The primary guide one has is their higher self. The higher self is them in the future, literally, observing and guiding when asked outside of time. A compendium or map of the incarnations is the best way to think of this. Claiming one does not have a guide is claiming one does not exist. You exist. Your beingness is eternal. Shut up.
You exist? I don't know. My future self is probably not that much smarter than my current self.
A Jackass.
Nice.
Said, never had any experience that would lead me to believe I have any. I believe I've definitely come into contact with an outside entity at least once, but I've never met anyone who directly approached me as a guide. Well, no, they don't directly.
Hello, I am your guide.
What can I do for you today?
It's not a butler.
And then Vikeen was like, glad to see someone I can relate to on this. I just don't like how everyone's so absolute about spirit guide. So what?
Then why are you
entitled to their own opinion.
Yeah, and you clearly desperately want one, Vikeen. That's why you're on here.
Then Abundant Soul 99 said, this is purely my personal belief that we all have guides, and we have been led to believe that we must see them. I wasted so much time early on because I was not seeing anybody, whereas everyone else was talking about these exalted beings, which were giving them such amazing guidance.
And you're not seeing them.
And not everyone is talking about it. You're not
seeing.
Exaggerate
They're not
much.
Sitting at the breakfast table with you with their giant wings that are very cumbersome.
Yes. I think it was a movie with John Travolta. Right?
Yes. Adele Dazeem.
Yes.
Sorry.
Or what was the movie when Nicolas Cage was the angel, but he gave up being an angel because he fell in love with Meg Ryan?
God, I love Nicolas Cage.
I love Meg Ryan too. Oh God, we saw a trailer for a Nicolas Cage movie where he plays Nicolas Cage. It looks amazing.
It does look good.
The fact that we need to quiet the mind because your guide cannot talk to you the way you and I do. Also, more often than not, the messages will be very subtle. I finally met, in quotes, my guides when I started meditating regularly. As in, I have still not seen them, also in quotes, but I would just feel very comforted when I asked my guides to step forward. Okay, no one said you can see them. You don't have to prove that.
So then you're just like asking them to step forward while you're meditating.
I guess.
I'm going to go home and try that tonight.
Greeno Girl says, I need to find mine.
She got issues.
Moonbeams and Moss says, I'm very skeptical that I have any. I've tried to do guided meditations to find them and never had any result. We don't care. There are some people who want to talk about the ones they have. Distinct Donut 96 says, I'm absolutely sure you have one, even more than one, just like everyone. Just because we can't sense or feel them doesn't show that they aren't here. It just shows we haven't calmed our mind enough to hear. For the love of yourself, stop going to others or outside to find such answers. Only by going deep inside can we learn.
Wow.
Then you have Veratos, who says, kind of same in terms of spirit guides and generally being cursed in spirituality and life. But that's particularly odd since I can definitely tell my siblings and close friends, my soul family, are being guided and they love me. So, there's no way that everybody in the family but me is super watched over. Something odd is going on. And my soul family are all extraordinary, powerful people, as am I. Yet nothing seems able to break my curses. What? My life seems forced into stagnancy and a bleak suffering that is never bad enough to break me, but definitely destroys any attempts to change anything. Lifeless, motionless limbo forever until I die, I guess. Some devil just wanted to block and negate this particular life incarnation.
Oh my God, please go to the doctor.
Could someone check on Barados, please?
Go to the doctor.
Crystal Cloud XX. I feel the same, but this is weird. I cried yesterday on this topic. I felt like I was all alone because my guides never talked to me or gave me any signs. I was so fed up. And yet, seeing this post with the same question I had, I cried on yesterday is weird. Or is this a sign for me?
Oh.
Ah, can't be.
And
then Vikeen says, maybe I just felt compelled by my own self to make this post because for me, I don't have any.
Well, no, maybe your spirit guide compelled you to write it.
Okay.
Now we're just connecting every single thing that's ever happened. It's all a...
Sabri.
What?
I don't know. Whenever I was growing, I would have a big barn owl show up pretty consistently.
Barn owls are very frightening
Very
also.
terrifying.
It's not what I would want.
Used to scare the crap out of me until I started to learn about spirit guides. It still comes around from time to time, but now my spirit guide typically comes in the form of my uncle. And it's always super vivid and emotional when it happens.
Oh, so he's dead, I guess. He just shows up
just your uncle
for Thanksgiving.
Hey, I'm here to fix your car. I just knew you needed me. My friend also came to visit me after he passed, but it was only once. As an adult, it's always been a conscious decision when I ask my guides to reach out. Typically, if I'm just laying in bed before I go to sleep, I reach out mentally, and it has never failed. My guess is if you haven't had a guide come to you, then you may not necessarily need their help at the time, but definitely keep trying because it is wild. All
Weird.
caps.
Well, Tyler Henry talks about when your loved ones come, they may only come like once. Did we already talk about this? Maybe we did. Because they don't want you to get hung up on the grief.
Yeah.
That has nothing to do with what you're talking about.
No. Okay, one more. Meg's Bennett Fit. I'm sure I have them, but I think they're annoyed with me always saying, just please talk to me.
Oh.
I feel that Meg's Bennett Fit.
Poor Megs.
Okay, I'll stop there.
Well, that was fascinating, Amy. Thank you very much for that.
Do you have a spirit guide? Would you like to share your experiences with them with us? Do you have a barn owl that just shows up randomly? Reach out. We'll send you a little something in the mail.
Oh,
maybe.
Yes, we will. No, we will.
If we have your address.
If you give us your address.
In the most unmurdery way possible.
We will not murder you. Oh my God, okay. All right, everyone.
We're too lazy, and we don't have the upper body strength to actually kill anyone.
That is very true. All right, so today I'm going to tell you about the haunting at Moon River Brewing Company in Savannah, Georgia, which is a place we want to go so bad.
Moon
River Brewing Company. It's on an episode of Ghost Adventures.
Oh,
but
no.
I
Did you have to watch it?
I didn't watch it because I was home alone last night and I'm too afraid to watch anything scary.
Ghost Adventures is not scary.
I know, but even just the idea of thinking about it, because now I'm so creeped out in my house when I'm alone because of Kyle. So anyway.
Like I can't watch a haunting when I'm home alone.
Oh,
That's
no.
scary.
Yeah. Oh, shoot. Well, I mean, it was dark. Kyle was gone at night. And yeah, I don't know. It's too much. Even that, sorry. Just can't handle Zach Bagans' beautiful body. Who's his spirit guide?
Andre the Giant. That's the only professional wrestler I can think of that's dead. China. Was a better name.
Dead?
Right?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know a lot about
R.I.P.
China. If you're dead. So the Moon River Brewing Company is a brew pub, restaurant, bar, and brewing facility located at 21 West Bay Street in Savannah, Georgia. I'm gonna go through the Wikipedia here for a moment before we get to the haunting. So they make beer, obviously. The current owners are Gene and John Pickerton, Gene Beco and John Pickerton, and they've won some awards with their herb and spice or chocolate beer category. Gross!
I just don't understand.
That is so nasty. They made a rosemary India IPA. That's what that means.
Oh, God. Beer snobs.
Nasty.
I just don't.
I'm
not a huge beer fan anyways. Like, I mean, I'll drink it if
there's nothing else.
There's nothing else.
Yeah.
But
I just am not a drinker, really.
Yeah, I don't drink anymore anyways, ever. Because
I want a watery down
apparently
beer,
the medication I'm on, if you have like one drink, you're totally trashed.
Yeah.
So
same with my
antidepressant.
It's like, I
was already trashed on one drink prior to being on this medication.
Right.
So
Right. Amy drunk is literally the funniest,
like an insane sorority
funniest thing of all time.
Hey, I'm a fun drunk though.
No,
I'm
you are.
not like mean no, she's not mean looking to fight.
Remember that time? Did you leave me a long voicemail? You were remember that?
No.
You were at someone's wedding, and you and Jamie were there, and you called me, and you were like climbing down a hill or something, or up a hill. Do you know what I'm talking about? And you left me.
Must have been Courtney's wedding reception at the winery.
Was there a hill?
Yeah, because we had to ride like a little trolley there, but then we had to walk to the parking lot afterwards.
So you called, I think it was you called me, and you left me a voicemail, and you're just like giggling and falling, and it was amazing. And Jamie's like, come on, I don't know. So great.
It had to be there. It was at a winery, so it was like unlimited wine.
Never a good idea. Okay, so it was the brewing company is located in a building that was the former City Hotel. Eliezer Early built the City Hotel in 1821 on a lot that he had purchased 4 years earlier. It was the first hotel in Savannah, and it was also home to the first branch of the United States Post Office in Savannah. Wow! As well as a branch of the Bank of the United States.
Shout out to my mailman, by the way. For real. Like, my garbage company's like, oh, we can't come. There's too much snow on your road. But my mailman and his little tiny
sun,
SUV,
snow, sleet, whatever.
Like, he makes it.
I wonder if we have the same mailman. What's your mailman drive?
Like I don't know, like a greenish colored little.
Okay, mine drives like a white Explorer.
Oh, no, that's not mine.
And he doesn't have I don't know what mail looks like in other countries, but our mailman drives on his steering wheel is on the wrong side of the car. But with my mailman, it's not. He sits on the wrong side of the car with 1 foot over there.
Oh, how uncomfortable.
And I don't know if like there's no center console maybe or what.
Maybe he has the pedals on his side, just not the wheel.
Why would you have that?
I don't know.
I don't think he
And
does,
I find it so interesting. They drive like their own personal vehicles, but have the like wheel installed on the other side. Like, how do you do that? Do you just go to like Bellman and like, hey, I need this, but I need you to move the steering.
And what are they doing? They're just going to get groceries. Are they still on that side of the?
I don't know.
Maybe it's only for postal work. You know, that car.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyways.
Yeah. Sorry. Sidebar.
Mail. Very interesting. Shout out to my mailman. As if he listens. Write him a note.
And listen, he's in the car a lot. He should be listening.
I mean,
all I would do
honestly,
is listen
that's
to
kind of an ideal job.
Yeah.
You're alone. You don't have to talk to anyone.
No. But when they have packages, you have to get out.
You can just throw them. Just kidding.
Actually, if it's raining real hard, he'll just leave a note in my mailbox like, was unable to deliver. I'm like, yeah, it's cool.
Yeah,
I don't want to get
that.
out in the rain either.
No, for sure. Okay, so like lots of people stayed at the hotel. Like James Audubon, apparently, who is something with Audubon.
The Audubon Society?
Yeah.
Which I don't even know. Is that like with birds?
Yes, because he did wildlife sketches. So cool. In 1851, Peter Wiltberger bought the City Hotel and renovated it and put a live lion and lioness on display to draw attention to his business.
Joe Exotic? Is that you?
And how rude. They were just living their lives on the savannah in Africa, not Georgia. God.
Leave them alone.
What are they doing? Are they just sitting there?
Are they drinking beer? Is this at the brewery? I don't know.
It's not a brewery. It's a hotel.
Okay.
But you just have a lion? Like, are they in a cage? Anyway.
That would not attract me to a hotel.
I mean, I might peek in. I'm not going to lie. Be like, oh.
I would be afraid.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's true. Also, just like let animals live in their wild habitats, please.
For sure.
Okay. And then, great. So then the hotel's final guest checked out in 1864, just before the arrival of General William something Sherman during the Civil War and the subsequent closing of the hotel, and then it became a Civil War hospital. Yikes.
Every big building became a Civil War hospital.
Because the Civil War was off the chain.
It was horrible.
Yep. So it was also used as a lumber and coal warehouse. Cool, no one cares, blah, blah, blah. Let's get to the hauntings, shall we?
We shall.
Let me get my other website pulled up. Here we go. It's black background, obviously. This is from nightlyspirits.com. Look at their logo. It's a little beer. It's a little ghost holding a mug of beer. Okay. I guess maybe they
hit a potty.
They only do like bar ghosts.
He's got booze.
My God. Embarrassing. Are you hot still? Can we close that? Are you hot still?
Oh, we can close it.
It's fine. I'll put on my sweater.
If I get hot, I'll
okay.
it.
We have a window open because we're always hot. You have to lock.
I don't know.
Who's coming up here?
A sloth.
We're on a second story.
Alligator and Pete Davidson. I don't know.
What is my dream? Where alligators are climbing vertically up the side of a... Can that happen? Actually, I feel like I've seen some pictures of alligators climbing up vertically. Did I make that up?
Probably.
Okay. Obviously, as we know, Georgia is one of the most haunted cities in the United States. Spanish moss drips off the live oaks and makes the whole city feel old.
It is old.
Right. That's so beautiful, though. Wow. Yeah. Okay. So Moon River Brewing Company is widely known as one of the most haunted, if not the most haunted places in America. I mean, everyone says that. Is there like a voting process?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Do you have like a certificate of authenticity?
Right. We should do that. Oh my gosh. What? Like we are the ones to decide what are the most haunted places in the United States.
We should get a certificate that says we are the best paranormal podcast.
We just like make it on work.
On the entire
hey everyone, we are going to decide who the top 100. Send us to your bill.
Yeah, you have to pay for us to get there and do everything.
Please pay our lodging, and we do have expenses. What's that thing that like celebrities have when they have all the lists of things they want? What's that called? It has a name. Damn it.
Their demands?
But no. You know, and like Beyonce's like, I only want yellow peanut M&Ms.
Yeah, that's like just their...
No, they have a name.
Their requests.
Crap. I'll look it up later. I'm so disappointed in myself.
I didn't know that had a name.
Oh, it does. Anyway, no one cares. And
I'll Google it. You keep
please
reading.
give it a Goog because it's like really driving me crazy. It's called their thing. And it's so fun to look at people's celebrities because it's like, what? That's so dumb. They're
writer.
Yes, I kept wanting to say roster, but I knew that obviously wasn't right. Okay, moving on. So
that's my daughter's prom date's name. Do you listen?
I hope not.
Keaton, I don't have a prom date anymore. Thanks, Mom.
She just literally dies from embarrassment.
That's every day of her life.
Yeah, but even worse.
Well, that's like yesterday. I was like, Keaton, that boy playing golf over there just keeps checking you out. She's like, Mom, you literally think every boy in the world.
Because we're just on the lookout.
I think you're beautiful, Keaton.
Yeah, God, sorry, we love you. How dare we?
The lady who did your brow said you had beautiful skin.
She did. She wanted to wear it.
Good job. So I left her a tip so she wouldn't wear your skin. God, I get no appreciation.
World's best #1 mom. Okay.
Parents.
Okay, blah, blah, blah. Let's see. Let's get to this. So, okay, they're still talking about it. The building was erected. And we already know that. Okay, so here we go. The Moon River Brewing Company's violent past. There are many people who will tell you that ghosts are only left behind when a person dies a tragic or violent death. If that is true, then the Moon River Brewing Company may very well be a deeply haunted place. We already said it was the #1 most haunted place in America. You're contradicting yourself. Enough violence has taken place there inside the building to easily leave several restless spirits. The hundreds of children who died of yellow fever are the most numerous deaths that took place. Although it was mostly children who perished, many adults who also died on the top floors of the brewery. I guess during the Civil War?
Or did they die from yellow fever too?
No, I mean, was yellow fever... I thought it was only a hospital during the Civil War. Anyway, maybe it wasn't.
Maybe they were like, well, it's already a hospital.
Yeah,
so.
why not? Come on in.
I mean, were they just like, well, this is for injured soldiers, and if your child has yellow fever, go ahead and just send them there too.
Come on in. So sad.
It is so sad. Which was just transmitted by mosquitoes.
I know what.
If I had some bug spray.
If I had only just read further on. The building was used as a hospital quite a few times. And that when... Words are hard. Quite a few times when the yellow fever kept hitting Savannah. Yellow fever is not funny.
No, it's not.
At all. Especially as we're in the midst of a pandemic. Kind of still. I don't know what's happening. This meant that an impromptu hospital had to be conducted in order to treat and house all of the children falling sick.
Oh, I wasn't writing a note to you. I was just writing down a
title. Thank you. I'm just like reading your note as you... Sorry, this is the worst episode I've ever done. I'm so sorry, everyone.
I've just started passing you notes.
Mostly it's Robert De Niro's fault, though, obviously.
Yeah, for sure. You talking to me? And I am. I think.
Isn't it him in Meet the Fockers?
Yeah.
He's pretty funny.
Wasn't he also
intense also.
in The Graduate?
Yes. No, that's Dustin Hoffman.
Oh. They look a lot alike.
And he's also in Meet the Fockers.
Why do we keep pointing?
God damn it. We're just pointing. Dustin Hoffman's in Meet the Fockers too, right? It's the both of them. Anyway, God.
Can we just
wrap it up? Sorry. Okay, moving on. There's like lots of violence. God, we're just children dying. It's so sad. More vindictive acts of violence include a shooting of a known town vagrant. Well, then maybe not make him the town vagrant. Give him a home. In 1832, a doctor by the name of Dr. Philip Minus shot a drunk man named James Stark inside the hotel. James Stark was a known drunk and troublemaker who seemed to have a reputation for insulting people.
Well, he just need to get shot. We all know that person in our life. We don't just shoot. They just get drunk and insult you.
But he's just on the street all the time. Oh, hey, James. You think your coat's really nice, don't you? I'm over here wearing my rags. Keep on walking, James. He's just like,
I'm just the town drunk.
Amy says it's she shimmies. You'd be the best town drunk ever.
I would. Everyone would love me. People would continually buy my alcohol and just keep
hey,
drunk.
Barbara, nice haircut. It's just like super sarcastic, everyone walking by. I love James Stark. I'm sorry that happened to you, James.
Yeah, you did not deserve to be shot.
No. Oh, but Dr. Minus insisted that he saw Stark going for his gun first. Okay. That's a typical excuse used still to this day.
Yeah.
He was quickly acquitted of his crimes. Shocking. And because Stark was not liked in the town, and Savannah needed a doctor, so they couldn't send Dr. Minus to prison. That's really, really rude. And not surprising. Then, of course, the Civil War happened. Lots of terrible things occurred. There were lynch mobs. What?
Ew.
Residents of Savannah were furious at the thought of having a Yankee in their midst. So this guy named James Sinclair came down, but before the Civil War. But they were like, ew, a Yankee. And so they lynched him. And drug him through the streets where they stripped and beat him. Okay, this is horrifying. Yeah. Okay, so let's get to the ghosts.
Terrible people.
Don't do that. The American Institute of Paranormal Society called Savannah the most haunted city in America in 2003. 2004, nobody knows.
Or since then.
The city of Savannah has so much history. The basement. Let's go there. Starting at the bottom of things means beginning with the ghosts that haunt the basement of the Moon River Brewing Company. I did not write this. Arguably the most famous ghost of the brewing company is named Toby. I feel like that's a very common ghost name, isn't it? I feel like I hear that a lot. Toby.
Short for Tobias.
Right. And is often seen wandering in the basement. This is one of the ghosts that the staff saw often enough that they decided he deserved a name. So they just made up that name. The basement is widely regarded as the most active floor in the brewery. It might not have the feeling of the top floor or the violent history of the other floors, but it certainly has the most ghost encounters. Toby is known to brush up against people playing in the billiards room or get frustrated and push them.
Toby?
You suck! Push.
Tobias James Smith.
You
For
will
shame.
There are a few people who will tell you that slaves were kept in the basement, which would certainly be a reason for a haunting, but there's no evidence. Well, I mean...
It was the South.
Yes, it's pretty likely. Still, the basement is where most people have experienced a paranormal experience and therefore will not go any longer. The main floor. The second floor of the brewery is also known for having many strange occurrences. This is the floor where James Stark, a.k.a. Amy, was shot by Dr. Minus. There are differing reports of where exactly the shooting took place, but they all seem to agree that it was somewhere on the main floor. Many people believe that Stark is the reason why many people report liquor bottles being thrown.
Oh.
Dangerous. There are also those who believe he is the reason for some of the more violent reports of grabbing, hitting, and pushing that people experience. Yikes. You could not pay me to work there.
No.
Which is what
Please don't hit me. I'm sorry what happened to you, but
yeah,
it wasn't me.
Right.
I didn't shoot you.
The main floor is also where the dining room is placed. There have been a few patrons who've said they felt someone touch them while they were eating, but no one was around. Several women have also complained of feeling cold in the bathroom and being locked in a stall. You could just climb under.
Yeah.
But maybe. Okay, in the third floor, the top two floors are known to have more violent encounters than those that happened in the basement or even the main floor. A full-body apparition known as the Woman in White. There's always
a woman in white.
Right. What if they're just wearing nightgowns for eternity? I mean, that's my dream. A nightgown for eternity.
I never wear white, though. We just had this conversation yesterday.
Did. Yeah.
Target, why are you selling so much white children's clothing?
Yeah.
Not practical.
No one's buying that. She's been seen on the third floor by several people, and she's one of the most well-known ghosts in the brewery, and they call her Mrs. Johnson. The third floor is also one of the floors where many children died of yellow fever. So it's no surprise that many workers and patrons have reported hearing children talking and playing on this floor. When even the children who run the brewery are talking about even hearing children running in the halls, you know something's going on.
Oh, yeah, you do.
Poor children. That is so sad.
It really is.
In the 1990s, there was construction being done on the third floor. During this time, the wife of the foreman was pushed down the stairs on the third floor and fell all the way down the staircase. She says she was shoved. Ooh. By Mrs. Johnson. She's like, he's mine.
I'd probably say that too, though, just because I'm always falling down the stairs and it's really embarrassing.
It's so embarrassing.
I was shoved. I was pushed, I tell you.
I'm going to start
using just trip over my own 2 feet.
I'm going to start using... Or I didn't just miss the step.
Yeah.
Why is it that I want to step on the very edge of the step where I just then slide down?
And why do I always forget that last step? Why do I always think I'm on the last step when I'm on the next to last step?
What? Your depth perception's
there's
really
something
off.
going on. I should really be wearing my glasses full time.
Yes, you should. Oh my god. Okay, and then lastly, we're going to talk about the creepy top floor of the brewery. The final floor of the brewery has been said to have a dark energy that the other floors do not possess. This could be because the majority of yellow fever victims and patients were housed on this floor while the building was being used as a hospital. Interestingly, there are not many reports of actual activity on this floor. Then why is it the most creepy floor?
It just has that feeling.
Okay, great. There are so many reports on the other floors that almost everyone who has been to the brewery has a different paranormal experience. Yet the top floor, where hundreds died, is only known for its terrible energy. What? The same stories of children playing and talking are also found on this floor. This is likely because so many people... Okay, yes, children died. We don't want to keep talking about it. Okay, that is all.
All right.
Wrapping this up. And that is...
another one of our destination...
Yes, we need to go to Savannah so bad.
Oh, I know. There's so much to see
there.
there. I don't know. We tried to plan a trip one time.
We did.
And when I say tried to plan, we said, hey, we should do this.
And then I said, yeah, and then that was all.
Well, I think maybe then you got pregnant or something.
Damn it.
I just like
Kids.
children.
God! Well, hey, I did go to the Missouri State Penitentiary overnight tour pregnant with Holden,
Nice.
which, that's questionable. That's really questionable. Anyways, thank you for listening.
Yeah,
we appreciate
it.
Please give us some reviews on iTunes. We really need them. It really helps us out and really helps other people to...
find us. I don't know.
You're like narrowing your eyes at me.
Where are you
Helps
going with
other
this?
people to find the podcast. Amy's just
Okay,
like
I don't know.
narrowing
I don't
her
know how
eyes at me.
things
What
work.
the hell are you saying? What are you about to say?
I didn't look that aggressive.
No, it really was. I'm sorry.
But yeah, follow us on our socials.
Yep.
We're on the Haunt on Facebook, on
Haunt Podcast,
on Instagram
and Twitter. Why do we
Yeah, I
say
don't
that?
know. We're TikTokers.
We are. I forget what our handle is, but it's like something like that.
But any of our videos you
They're
see
all there.
on all of our
Yes.
socials are via TikTok.
And you can see all of our socials everywhere. So just pick
Yeah, just
one.
one- yeah.
Just whichever one you like best.
Yeah.
Everyone's different. You know,
Listen to us on whatever platform you want to listen
Yes.
to us on. We're
Try
not
to give us a
particular.
review if you can.
Yeah, if you're allowed to.
Send us an email on thehaunt@gmail.com.
Sorry if we seem like we're begging, but it seems like maybe it's starting to work, so we're not going to stop. Sorry.
We won't stop.
We can't stop.
Is this Miley Cyrus?
Yeah. Okay, turn it
Okay,
off before we
goodbye.
break a copyright law.